Welcome to the Saturday evening Sangha. On 20th, it is Akshaya Tritiya, and so there are in Krishna consciousness, every activity is auspicious. Why is every activity auspicious in Krishna consciousness? Every activity is done in relation to Krishna, and Krishna is all auspicious. Therefore, the activity is auspicious. So every day in Krishna consciousness is auspicious. Every uh, day when we chant, or when we take darshan of the Lord, or when we read scripture, or we take prasad, or we interact with devotees, or we service, that day is auspicious. So it could be Akshaya Tritiya, and if somebody does not do anything connected to Krishna, it's not an auspicious day for that person. And it could be, Chandra Grahan or whatever. And if we are engaged in the service of the Lord, that day is far more auspicious. If you combine the two together, on Akshaya Tritiya, if you perform Krishna consciousness, that's even more auspicious. There are various wonderful events that took place on Akshaya Tritiya day. And in brief, we will just go through them and then we'll focus on one very sweet event. So one of the things that happened on Akshaya Tritiya day was that Lord Parashurama appeared. So it is Lord Parashurama's appearance day, Akshaya Tritiya. In Dash Avatar Stotram, one of the verses is about Lord Parashurama. We will recite Kshatriya Rudira Kshatriya Rudira Mahe Jagadapagata Papam Kshatriya Rudira Mahe Jagadapagata Papam Napayasi Payasi Shabita Bhavatapam Napayasi Payasi Shabita Bhavatapam Keshavadrita Prabhupati Rupa Jai Jagadishware Keshavadrita Prabhupati Rupa Jai Jagadishware O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of Brigupati, all glories to you. At Kurukshetra, you bathed the earth in the rivers of blood of the bodies of the demoniac Kshatriyas that you have seen. The sins of the world are washed away by you, and because of you, people are relieved from the blazing fire of the Parashuram. He took upon himself to relieve the earth of sinful kings. Krishna says, Yada yada hi dharmasya glani bhavati bharata athitanam dharmasya tadatmanam vijam aham. I appear. Then glanir bhavati bharata. Whenever there is small. And what do I do? Pritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chadu. Dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavame yunde. Millennium after millennium I come to do this. Re-establish dharma, protect the sadhus, annihilate the miscreants, and re-establish dharma. I come millennium after millennium. Parshuram came, Lord as Parshuram, one of the incarnations of Lord Krishna, to relieve the earth of the burden of sinful things. Whenever there are too many sinful people on the planet, some natural disaster or some war is sure to happen. So the fact that the current situation, the current world situation is so tense, it is so fragile. Any one country does something wrong and a full-out war can happen. You can't blame the kind of leaders that are leading the countries. It's, this is all a function. Why did these leaders get elected at this point of time? It's not by chance. It's not that वो आया इसीलिए ये हो रहा है. is, we should understand these things from a philosophical point of view. Because in general, the sin of the planet has increased so much that such people are now in power who are going to cause ruin. Same thing happened in the 1940s. There was this world war. Same now. With the advancement of technology and the lifestyles of people, they are so sinful that it's just a foregone conclusion that some major disaster is going to happen. We are seeing gradually it will happen. So now more than ever, we need to take shelter of Krishna consciousness because very soon we are going to see gross effects of confusion. And at that time, if we are not spiritually strong, if we are not philosophically clear, then we'll be miserable. Because then there'll be so much suffering and we'll be part of it and we'll be thinking, kya ho raha hai? So therefore, we should be spiritually very strong. Our sadhana, our faith in the Lord should be very, very strong. That not a blade of grass moves without the sanction of the Lord. Faith we should have. More and more situations go bad, the more and more a devotee's faith in the Lord will increase. Genuine devotee. And someone who is not that strong will get favored in problems. So we should, these times, these current times are times where we should become stronger in our spiritual life. We should take shelter of our spiritual life first. Because we are seeing around us the glitter and the walls of the material world are crumbling. So it should more impetus to become more Krishna conscious. So Lord Parashurama appeared. Treta Yug began on Akshaya Tritiya day. Treta Yug starts on Akshaya Tritiya. Mother Ganga appeared on this planet on Akshaya Tritiya day. You know the story? The sage Bhagirath wanted to deliver his ancestors and wanted Mother Ganga to come. She finally came, but her force was so strong that if she would have just appeared on her own, the whole planet would be destroyed. So Lord Shiva, Vaishnavanam Yatha Shindhu, Lord Shiva, the greatest Vaishnava, took Mother Ganga on his mat, on his jata. From there, she came from the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu to the material world to Lord Shiva. Then, so, Mother Ganga's pastimes are several. Which personality from Mahabharata connected to Mother Ganga? Vishnu, Ganga Putra Vishnu. After Lord Krishna performed his pastimes and left, Mother Ganga was feeling very sorry that Lord Krishna did not choose her to sport, but he chose Mother Yamuna. The Lord promised her, don't worry, next time I will come and all my sweet pastimes will be on the banks of the river. See in Mayapur, the Ganga flows, and Mahaprabhu performs so many wonderful pastimes, so many mischievous pastimes, so many naughty pastimes, as well as Sankirtan pastimes, all on the banks of the Mother Ganga. His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj says that even if you don't have Ganga Jal, even if you're just taking bath with BMC water, while bathing, if you just say Ganga, 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 it's like the effect of Ganga water. Ganga bath. And try this tomorrow. Sudama reached Dvaraka on Akshaya Tritiya day. This is a very sweet pastime from the Srimad Bhagavatam of the love that a devotee has for Lord Krishna. Where Sudama was, he went begging and he and his wife went begging and they got ship price. And it was all, different logo ke ghar ka, different quality ship price which he tied in a poti. And his wife wanted him to go to Krishna to get some benefit because they were so poor. Krishna is the is Dwarkadish now. कुछ तो आपको help करेगा. At least you'll get some food to eat. Rama told her yes, but in his mind he was thinking, no way am I going to ask. How can I ask Krishna anything? Krishna is my such a dear friend. I'm not going to ask him. But thanks to her insistence, at least I will get to go and take darshan of. He was just nagging, nagging, nagging. We all have experience nagging, nagging. But here in this case, Sudama here. He reached Dwarka. When he reached Dwarka, as soon as he announced himself, I am Sudama, the guard came earlier. And then when you, I don't know, maybe if you have experience, say that I've come to meet this. Ah, yeah, yeah. So everyone became so respectful in Sudama. It showed him that people knew about him in Dwarka. That means Krishna spoke about him. That itself melted his heart even more. And when he went, Krishna made him sit on his throne and washed his feet. After he washed his feet, he performed arti. He worshipped Sudama. And Sudama is just so ashamed in that. What is Krishna doing? And then finally Sudama asked Krishna asked Sudama, he brought something for me. And that's when Sudama realized it. Oh, oh. And he hid that quickly. Krishna knew. Yes, how did Krishna know? Krishna is in everyone's heart. Ishvara Sarva Bhutana, Hriddeshi Arjuna Tushti. And he is in everyone's heart. And snatched that quickly. And Sudama was petrified. Once Srila Prabhupada was in one of the American cities, and all these devotees, his disciples, some of them had made some gifts for Prabhupada or got some gifts for Prabhupada. And so there was this one Mataji who had hand stitched a sweater for Srila Prabhupada. And she was also in line. And two people in front of her was one sannyasi who had preached and come back, and with his collection he bought a very, very nice, expensive woolen sweater for Srila Prabhupada. She offered it to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada immediately wore it. His Mataji thought, वो तो expensive, probably some very expensive brand, such good looking, thick woolen sweater, wonderful quality. What is, my woolen sweater going to do? So she did it. But she was in the line. Now, whoever was in the line was giving something to Prabhupada. When her time came, she froze. Why am I in this line? Think, what do you have? Very sheepishly, she removed that. And she says that, instantly Prabhupada saw that and he said, oh, thank you very much. And stitched. Yes, Prabhupada. Prabhupada removed that expensive sweater, gave it to her, and wore hers. And she said for the rest of that program, rest of that darshan, Prabhupada had that sweater only on. For the rest of that trip in that city, every morning Prabhupada would wear that sweater. So this is the loving reciprocation that a spiritual master has for a genuine disciple, that the Lord has for a genuine devotee. The key word is genuine. If we are genuine, the Lord will accept our offering. If we are genuine, the Lord will accept our broken chanting also. As long as we are genuine. If we feel that the scriptures say जप करने से ये benefit होता है, ये मुझे मिलेगा, that's नाम होता है. If while chanting I'm offending devotees, I'm criticizing them in my mind, that's not. ऐसा नहीं क्या मैं आप फंस गया ये क्या अभी करना पड़ेगा. But even if my mind in one mala 109 times it goes somewhere else, but I am still feeling, please help me, and I'm still chanting without any material motivation. Then those broken names also the Lord accepts. So then Krishna took that, ate one, and he was like, this is the most delicious thing I've ever eaten. And Sudama's chopra got transformed, his wife's clothes and jewelry got transformed, everything got transformed. So this is the love that the Lord has. The Lord, Prabhupada's father used to say, if Krishna wants to give you with his 10 hands, how much can you take with your feet? And Ulta also. Krishna wants to take away with his 10 hands, how much can you protect? So when some reversals happen in life, some things are taken away from us, our health, maybe our wealth, maybe some person, maybe some position, maybe some influence. If it's taken away, means Krishna has sanctioned it. And we have to see how that situation can bring us to Krishna Lord. And if some good things, all these things that I said, opposite happen, health improves very nicely, wealth improves, position improves, facility improves, then we should use all those things for Lord. To feel so grateful to the Lord. Not that, oh yeah, I deserve it. Let's get the promotion. If you were running your life with that salary, now that you got an increment, donate the increment in the Lord's service. Make the Lord your partner. If you were doing with 80,000, now it's 1 lakh, don't save the make it. Save that 10,000 and give the other 10. If that mood is there, I'm not saying कि आपको मिलते रहेगा फिर. I'm saying the Lord will reciprocate with. Now, how Krishna reciprocates, that's up to Krishna. But he'll reciprocate definitely in a way in which we will come closer to him. He'll reciprocate in a way in which we will definitely have this getting give I should utilize in Krishna. Just keep for myself. Fame, power, health. Health is good, so I start playing a sport. My health is good, so I start working harder because now my health is supporting. So earlier I was working for 9 hours, now I can work for 12 hours because health is on my side. Health is good, I get up early in the morning. Health is good, let us perform some more services. So that way, whatever good comes should be used in the Lord's Sudama interest. And Gopalji reciprocated with Madhavendra Puri during this Akshaya Tritiya time. Madhavendra Puri. This is the pastime of dreams. The pastime of dreams. So many dreams. Right? Sometimes Lord comes in our dream, and as soon as the Lord comes in our dream, probably we go on Facebook next day morning and broadcast. भगवान कल मेरे सामने आए. भगवान ने कहा मैं आप बहुत प्रसन्न हूँ तुम्हारे भक्ति से. And here we will see how when the Lord comes in Madhavendra Puri's dream, genuine devotee, how Krishna gave Draupadi the Akshay Patra on Akshaya Tritiya day, gifted her the Akshay Patra. And then we know how Durvasa Muni came, Duryodhana had sent him. And he reached at the time where the Akshay Patra was washed. The benediction was once a day, this will give as much food as you want. When you wash it, then next day again it will fill then it will not. Draupadi washed it. And we know Krishna went and said, Mujhe kuch do. When Durvasa came with his how many disciples? 10,000 disciples. हमारे घर में 4 लोग आते हैं लंच पे कुछ वी गेट टेंशन ये सर ये स्वीट मंगा लो बाहर से इट्स डिफिकल्ट टू मेक बाहर से रोटी गोविंदा से लेके आओ विल मेक वन सब्जी विल मेक दाल एंड राइस देन टू मोर पीपल करते हैं मुझे सॉरी मैं दो भक्त मेरे साथ मंदिर में उनकी नहीं आ रहे you put water in the dal you put water in the you will nicely dissect the gulab jamun into two so that it doesn't look as if it's broken. So here 10,000 came and Durvasa Muni was known for his anger. And so when Draupadi saw all the Pandavas were panicking, Draupadi didn't go to Yudhishthir, she didn't go to Bhim, she didn't go to Arjun, she didn't go to the other two. She directly said, oh Krishna, please help me. Because she had a past experience of clear ho gaya. We also regularly get some experiences like this, where material nature shows its reality to us. We also get some experiences where there is such wonderful reciprocation from the Lord for us. But I'm speaking for myself, memory is so poor, or rather, we are so much in illusion that we forget this. We again put our faith in God. Krishna has reciprocated so many times with us. Many of those times we've not even realized that Krishna has reciprocated. And we just take it for granted. so much. He's protected us so much. He's given us so much that our faith in the material life should be reducing every day. Our faith in the Lord, this faith that there is no happiness in this material world, it should be very strong in our heart. One thing, no sports, no movies, no travel destinations, no position, no wealth, no comfort. It is Padam Padam Vipadam Natisha. Those people in Lebanon, those people in Iran, those people in Ukraine, those who are affected are, for now, they will believe it fully. In the morning, we in school, we were discussing. Mumbai is not very far away from Pakistan. It's very, very easy. We are a sitting duck. In case of a war breaks out, we are a sitting duck. From Karachi, very easily we can destroy all of it. Then what will we do with our second home, and our first home, and our second car, and our new bike, and our bank balance? What will we do? That time we will bomb nahi lage bas. And this has happened in history so many times. It happened so many times in history. So let's have that faith. Material world has been good to us. And devotional service has everything. Tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Chitta madhyata prana bodhayanta paraskaram kathayantascha maham nityam tushyanti cha ramanti. Devotee experiences by performing bodhayanta and kathayanta, by performing shravan and kirtan. What does he experience? Tushyanti and ramanti. Satisfaction and bliss. Is only available in the current situation is very conducive for us to perform or get closer or get stronger in our devotion. So Draupadi called, Krishna came, he found some versions say a small piece of rice, some versions say a small piece of palak, and he ate it, he said, I'm fully satisfied. Suddenly the 10,000 disciples started burping and belching and Dvaraka felt very heavy and they all ran. And Bhim was running after them, wait, wait, and they thought Bhim was running after them. And Krishna saved the day again. On Akshaya Tritiya day, Lord Ganesha began writing Mahabharata. So the arrangement between Vyas and Ganesh. Ganesh said, I will write, you have to not stop talking. Continuously keep writing. Like, now chat GPT. You give one line to chat GPT and say, 3 paragraph का email में convert करो. Like Ganesh ji. And then if you're smart, what you'll do is, you'll post something on chat GPT which you've written yourself. And then you'll tell chat GPT, तो जो तुमने लिखा ना उसको मेरे लैंग्वेज में कन्वर्ट करो ताकि किसी को लगे नहीं कि आई हैव यूज्ड chat. Then it'll give you something else. Everyone nowadays suddenly everyone's English has improved so much. Written English. When we speak to them, then the reality is there. But written English, big emails start, big WhatsApp messages start. कौन लिखता है जी? WhatsApp is supposed to be informal communication. Earlier we used to write you as you. When we used to send SMSs and it was 10 paisa, 50 paisa SMS, you. Now big sentences people write on WhatsApp. All by AI. Ruining our eye. Like phones ruined. Before that we used to remember so many phone numbers. So many phone numbers we all, probably 30, 40 phone numbers we remember. Now our second number we don't remember. Like मेरा एक second number है सेवा के लिए उसको OTP आता है. Sometimes someone knows दूसरा number का I have to go and check. Our Bhaskar Prabhu's number. If I get a call some vendor, I give him my 98553598 something like that, no? Double something. अभी तक याद नहीं है. इतने 5 साल हो गए. That's a pathetic situation. Anyway, so Ganesh ji and Vyas had, you remember, you understand and write, and I will keep it. Chandan Yatra begins for 21 days on Akshaya Tritiya day. This is the photograph of last year. Our Radha Madhav. flower dress that we are offering again this year on I think Mohini Ekadashi, whichever is the next Ekadashi. I think it's called Mohini Ekadashi. That is uh, next Monday. So if this Monday 20th is Ekadashi, is Akshaya Tritiya, next Monday 27th is Ekadashi. On that day, flower dress and full body Chandan will be offered. All of you are welcome to come. 27th April, Ekadashi, in the evening, 4:30 p.m. onwards. Come take darshan of Radha Madhav in their flower dress. If anyone wishes to perform some service, you should come in the morning and help with the flower dress and then take darshan and have Ekadashi feast. We will also have Chandan darshan on Akshaya Tritiya, but flower darshan is on Ekadashi. Also in Jagannath Puri, they start making the Rath on Akshaya Tritiya day. We are making a new Rath this time in Bhiwandi, and we are hoping that that Rath will last for 30 years, so we don't have to make. But in Jagannath, and our Rath is very small and it's only one. In Jagannath Puri, they make these huge Rath and three of them, and they make it every year. Every year, new Raths. This is opulence. A rich person will also not buy a new car every year, and definitely not three. वाइफ के लिए न्यू कार मेरे लिए न्यू कार बच्चों के लिए न्यू कार एवरी ईयर नया खरीद लॉर्ड जगन्नाथ दैट्स व्हाई इज जगन्नाथ the nath of the universe lord of the universe on Akshaya Tritiya they start making and here are some statistics Lord Jagannath's Rath is 45 feet high and that doesn't include the canopy that's the wheels have 7 feet diameter each wheel taller than Sri Sudama Prabhu the diameter of the wheel is more than Sri Sudama Prabhu's height that's one wheel ऐसे 16 व्हील्स होते हैं एक रथ 45 feet high 7 feet diameter 16 wheels that's one rath Nandi Ghosh the rath of Lord Jagannath then Taladhwaj the rath of Lord Balram that has 14 wheels Jagannath's rath has 16 wheels Lord Balram's rath has 14 wheels and Shubhadra Maiya's rath Darpadalan has 12 wheels and after the Rath Yatra ends they dismantle it all and they use that wood in the kitchen for and if you are lucky uh, some of those woods are used to carve Jagannath Puri. So if you know the right person over there, many will tell, "हाँ ये actually वही wood का है," but some of it will be genuine. So those Jagannath ji Puris are then given for Gurujan Prabhu. He was narrating this thing that once he was in Jagannath Puri. Now Westerners are not allowed to enter the temple of Lord Jagannath. So where do they take darshan? Patit Pavan Jagannath. Patit Pavan Jagannath is the entrance of the Simbadwar. And he's called Jagannath is Patit Pavan. This Jagannath is even more Patit Pavan because he's giving darshan to everybody. So Gurujan Babu was saying, I was praying there. Actually, I was praying to Lord Jagannath. And one Pujari came with these deities. He said, these are the deities carved from the last year's Rath. Gurujan Babu was saying, I was praying to Lord Jagannath. That, my dear Lord, let whatever is required for you to come closer to you, let that whatever is required for me to come closer to you, my Lord, let that happen. He said, oh, that's a dangerous prayer. So that is the mood of a genuine devotion. God, if you want me to go through difficulty, if that will make me come closer to you, know me better. We don't know ourselves that well. Our mind is, Prabhupada's word, such a rascal, our mind. It keeps tricking us. Today I'll feel very devotionally strong, very inspired. Today I am convinced material world is garbage. Tomorrow I'm making material plans. Today I'm thinking devotees are everything, devotional, so devotee association, nothing greater than that. Tomorrow I'm calling or chatting with some friendly friend, making plans. That's our mind. So we actually don't know what we want, and we definitely don't know what's best for us. Krishna knows what's best for us. Pray like this. It's a khatarnak prayer. This prayer should have no PS. Postscript. Only if it is good. Only if I can digest. Lord, please only give me that much which I can digest. No, you give me, let me have indigestion. It's okay. Let me come closer to you. Let me puke out all my material desires. But let me come closer. Do whatever you want to. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, my dear Lord, you want to trample me, you want to ignore me, you do whatever you want. So, how many of us are ready for such a prayer? If that means take away all this, let's do it. If it ensures I come closer to you, I'm ready. You can introspect if you are ready for this. Very sooner than later, we should get ready for such things. Then there's a book by Mukunda Maharaj, Miracles on Second Avenue. He writes about the early days of Krishna consciousness. If we have such a mood, the Lord will work miracles in our life, use us as instruments to perform the mission. So these are all the things that happen on reconnect. The first one, appearance day of look at, don't look at the notes. Appearance of Lord Parashurama, then Mother Ganga came, then Treta Yuga began, then Sudama reached Dvaraka, then Madhavendra Puri's reciprocation, the dream pastime, then Akshaya Patra, Draupadi was given Akshaya Patra, then Ganeshji wrote Mahabharata, then Chandan Yatra, and nine things, nine activities have taken place on Akshaya Tritiya. Nine activities. It is said whatever activity you start on Akshaya Tritiya day, it will be auspicious. That's why so many people buy new homes or buy gold or do all these things. You can all take some spiritual vow, clean around, better quality to clean around. Today morning I was listening to Vyasadeva and he was saying consistency is better than inspiration. Consistency is better than inspiration because we wait for inspiration. Today I am feeling inspired, so today I will do. But then I will not, inspiration will go away. But consistency, even if you're not inspired, you consistently do something day in and day out, and the results come. You take a vow to do something for your spiritual life, and let's be consistent on it. Take it on Akshaya Tritiya day, you have blessings that will be successful. Do it. So auspicious. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Mahaprabhu asked this question to Ramananda Rai. What is real auspiciousness? Please repeat. श्रेयो मध्ये को न श्रेय जीवे रहयसार कृष्ण भक्त संग विना श्रेय नहीं यार. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, out of all auspicious and beneficial activities, which is the best for the living? And I replied, the only auspicious activity is the association, is association with the devotees of most auspicious, because this will bring everything. This will bring service opportunities. This will bring going to the holy dham. This will bring association, will bring darshan, will bring guru, will bring so many things. Good chanting, everything will come from association. Hence, we should ensure that our association of devotees becomes endurance for all auspicious. There are examples of people who were devotees who left because of association with Krishna. There are examples of people who were horrible people by association of devotees, they became better. We have examples of people who were pious and with association of devotees, they became very, very devout, like Narada. By boy, by the association of the Bhakti Vedanta, he became Ajamun. Simple. By the association of those Brahmanas who came, and then by the association of the name of the Lord, he got transformed. Sobari Muni left association, went to meditate in the water. So like that association. Any questions till now? Before we discuss about Madhuri. So this was the favorite pastime of Guru Gopal Krishna Maharaj, the pastime of Madhavendra Puri. And every opportunity Maharaj would get, he would recite this pastime. It's a very, very sweet pastime. And this is in the fourth chapter of Madhya Leela, of Chaitanya Charitamrita. How many of you have read entire Chaitanya Charitamrita in purpose? Two people. Two people. Nobody else gets prasad today. Please go. आप दोनों जितना खाना है खाइए, टिफिन भरिए. मैंने भी पढ़ा है, हम तीनों खाएंगे. How many of you have read entire Adi Leela? Oh, अच्छा चालू है. Start. How many of you have started reading Chaitanya Charitamrita? How many of you don't have Chaitanya Charitamrita at home? ऊंचा उठाइए और ऊंचा उठाइए. तो आप प्लीज देख लो, सबको पकड़ना है. अक्षय तृतीया के दिन सब खरीद सकते हैं चित्र को. पीछे भी है, वहाँ पे भी है. यहाँ पे प्रभु किसके पास नहीं है चैतन्य चरितामृत सेट घर पे कॉपी फिजिकल. So the others who have and have not even started are very, very pathetic. So I don't know what you will think and start on Akshaya Tritiya. I am only giving you. So please remove the plastic from your Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela Volume 1 and start reading it. Okay? Say yes. So in the fourth chapter, Madhya Leela, it is about the glories of Madhavendra. And so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Yamuna and he took darshan of Kirchor Gopinath. So when he took darshan of Kirchor Gopinath, he recited this pastime to the Gopi. Remunate Gopinath Parama Mohan Bhakti Kari Kaila Prabhu Tanra Darshan. The deity of Gopinath in the temple of Remuna was very attractive. So Chaitanya visited the temple and offered his obeisance. And then Mahaprabhu starts to say, so the fact that Mahaprabhu is speaking about Madhavendra Puri, it implies that this pastime of Madhavendra Puri happened before Mahaprabhu. Who is Mahaprabhu's spiritual master? Ishwar Puri. Who is Ishwar Puri's spiritual master? Mahaprabhu. So he said Madhavendra Puri was residing at Govardhan. Viraj Maharaj ji. How many of you have not yet done Govardhan Parikrama in this time? Physically. हमने किया है बाकी चेतन चार में नहीं पड़ा. एक बार आने वो हम आ जाएंगे. रोज पढ़ना हमारे बस की बात. One thing which Vaisheshika Prabhu said really touched my heart. From that day, I just made it a point that read one. He said, just imagine, Srila Prabhupada chose this 1 a.m. time to write his book. 1 a.m. 1 a.m. Every day, huh? Not once in a while. From 1966, from when ISKCON started, till 1977, 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. Because that was the time where no distraction. Srila Prabhu said, with the intensity with which Prabhupada wrote, nobody is asking us to write anything. But if with that intensity we can read, so we are sure to go back and back to Godhead at the end of it. Prabhupada with what pain he took to write these. With one tenth of that, if we can read at least, that means reading every day. So please do that. We regularly emphasize how we require more and more push. Please start. Please start. So when he says Madhavendra Puri was residing at Govardhan and he was in ecstatic love, he was a prema bhakta, pure devotee of the Lord, and ecstatic devotional service he was performing. One day. Laila parikrama kari Govinda kunda asi स्नान करी वृक्ष तले आचे संध्याय वासी. After circumambulating the hill, Madhavendra Puri went to Govind and took his bath. He then sat beneath a tree to take his rest. Gopala balaka eka dugdha bhandalana आगे धरी किचु बलीला हासिया. While he was sitting beneath a tree, an unknown cowherd boy came with a pot of milk, placed it before Madhavendra Puri, and smiling addressed him as follows. Unknown boy. An unknown boy came in front of Madhavendra Puri, placed a pot of milk in front of him, and addressed him. Puri ei dugdalana kara tumi pan. मागी केने नाही खाओ किबा धर ध्यान. The Lord is only giving an hint of what kind of austerity needs to be done. Oh Madhavendra Puri, please drink this milk I have brought you. Why don't you beg some food to eat? What kind of meditation are you undergoing? One is not eating anything. Puri कहे कि तुम्ही कहाँ तुम्हार वास के मते जानी ले आमी करी उपवास. Naturally, Madhavendra Puri asked, who are you? Where do you reside and how do you know I am fasting? How did you know? I didn't. Some of us may do that. Tomorrow, Instagram. And you put a photograph in front of an empty plate of prasad. There are vlogs like this. सुबह एकदम कल हम व्रत करने वाले हैं तो शाम तक हालत टाइट हो रहा है पर हम लगे हुए हैं. He didn't do that. There was no banner there. Madhavendra Puri on fast. How are you going to know? बालक कहे गोपालामी ही ग्रामे वासी हमारा ग्रामी ते कहे ना रहे उपवासी. The boy, see that sweet translation, that sweet verse. The boy replied, Sir, I am a cowherd boy and I reside in this village. In my village, no one fasts. हमारा ग्रामी ते कहा ना रहे उपवास. In my village, nobody has to fast. This entire creation is the Lord's village. Therefore, our maintenance, Gopitritve Varanam Tatha, we will ensure that we will get our basic necessities of life. We don't have to work like cats and dogs for it. We don't have to take pension for it. Krishna is providing. He was providing when we were in our mummy's womb, when our mother also didn't know who we are, and we had no clue what's going to happen. We were praying to the Lord, please forgive me. This time I will not screw up. At that time also, Palan Poshan was going on, not with some doctors, medicines, or injections. With Krishna's arrangement. No doctor can create that umbilical cord and ensure that how that happens. It's with Krishna. And then when we come out, the only thing we can digest, the Lord puts that in our mother's food. We get that. Now with scientific advancement, we figured out other things. We think that we are Krishna is maintaining everybody. And a grateful person will think, God, what can I do for you? So much you have done for me. Sometimes, when we are in this grumbling mood. We should just think, close our eyes, and think of how we are grateful to the Lord. And if you have nothing, then that's an unfortunate situation. Because then you're not able to see the hand of the Lord in your life. Then you can at least go back to these basics. You ensured that I appeared. You ensured that I was taken care of. Now also the meals you are providing. Continue. केह अन्न मांगी खाय केहे दुग्धार अयाचक जने आमी दिए ता आहार. In this village, a person can beg food from others and does eat. Some people drink only milk, but if a person does not ask anyone for food, I supply him all his weaknesses. People go and eat, people beg, but if someone doesn't do anything, then I think, वो लोग का कोटा मैं दूंगा. Where do we want to be? बालक कहे गो. Yeah. So like this, then uh, he uh, he then tells him that actually women saw you were fasting and all. They told me I have got this, and in the evening I will come and take this milk pot. He disappeared. Madhavendra Puri had just after that, Madhavendra Puri was feeling loving emotion. Who is this boy? I've never seen someone so beautiful. I've never seen someone so gorgeous, so bright, so wonderful. Who was that person? He couldn't get him out of his mind. And sometimes I don't know if it's happened with you. Sometimes when you come in the, they come for darshan, and sometimes it is the Lord is just looking very very beautiful. He's looking beautiful every day, but some days may we feel it. I mean, those days we show up. Other days we just you know, somehow end up in the temple in front of the Lord. Somewhere else we are. Physically we are there, mentally we are somewhere else. But sometimes if you are mentally there and in the right devotional mood, you feel like after a while going again and taking darshan. Some rare occasions this happens, and then I go again to take darshan. So beautiful that. So Madhavendra Puri is not able to get the Lord out of his head. And after he has the milk, he is in full ecstasy. That ecstasy, he after a while takes rest. Now dream number one is dream pastime. Dream number one. None of those dreams were told by him to other people. We find out ways in which we can in conversation tell people these things. भाई तो तू ये बोला ना मालूम है क्या हुआ? Reciting our own glories. In the dream, that very boy came and he said, he took Madhavendra Puri by the hand and he took him from Govindpur some distance away and he showed him a bush and he said, I am residing in that bush and you please, he tells him, please remove me from here and I want to be worshipped. And he says, please, this is what happened was this Mughal kings, they were invading and everyone got scared and they hid me here. Now for so many years I'm there, heat, scorching heat and all. Now I want to come out and make a nice temple for me and worship. In his dream he says, now I'll just recite, you don't have to repeat because in the interest of time. बहुदिन तोमार पत करी निरीक्षण कबे आसी माधव आमा करी सेवन. For many days I have been observing you and I have been wondering when will Madhavendra Puri come here to serve me? The dream is telling. Shri Gopal नाम मोरा गोवर्धन धरी वज्रेर स्थापित आमी इहा अधिकारी. My name is Gopal. I am the lifter of Govardhan Hill. I was installed by Vajra and I am here and here I am the authority. Who's Vajra? Vajranab. Who's Vajranab? Grandson, great grandson, grandson or great grandson? Relative of Krishna, descendant of Krishna. So he made several deities he made. Govindji, Madan Mohan, Gopinath. Also made a set of Gopalji. This is that Gopalji. Now where is this deity being worshipped? At Nathdwara. Srinath ji, same deity. सुनीलोक तांद्र संगे चलीला हरसी हरि से कुंज काती द्वार करी करीला प्रवेश. After hearing this, all the people accompanied Madhavendra Puri. He got up and he told everyone, come, come, come. We have this mission. All the people accompanied Madhavendra Puri with great pleasure. According to his direction, they cut down the bushes, cleared a path, and entered the jungle. ठाकुर देखीला मात्री त्रिने आधाचित आच्छादित देखी सब लोक हैला आनंदे विस्मित. When they all saw the deity covered with dirt and grass, they were all struck with wonder and pleasure. And then for the next 20 verses, Srila Kaviraj Goswami describes that once the Lord appeared, how Madhavendra Puri led all the devotees in worship. At first, Madhavendra Puri got 900 pots of water from Guru. How many? 900. He engaged all the residents. there. जाओ, पानी लेके आओ, 900 pots. Imagine वो अभिषेक कितना चला होगा. 900 pots. In our Abhishek, we have like 25 pots. And that only lasts for 1 hour. 900 pots. Very. Oh, let's switch it on. You will have to press this button. With great care. So many years, Gopalji is in the bushes. So with great care, the Lord is being made by Madhavendra Puri and all the devotees. It is described in proper Abhishek, Panchamrit, and Panchagavya. And like that for several days this festival went on. And after the Lord was bathed, then all these expensive clothes were brought, and the Lord was decorated with all those things. And then Bhoga was offered. The description, full description of how pots and pots of everything were offered to Gopalji. And then when the other villagers saw कि आज यहाँ पे ये festival था, next day they came and said, Madhavendra Puri, हमको भी chance दो. And so Madhavendra Puri, okay, next tomorrow this village will do. And like that, every day village after village. The residents of Mathura came to know. तो यहाँ पे गोवर्धन में गोपाल जी has appeared such a wonderful way and ये सब हो रहा है. And they came. Now the residents of Mathura had lot of wealth. Now at a different level the worship started. And one wealthy merchant built a temple for Gopalji. And like that it was happening. And then Madhavendra Puri said each family was given 1 day seva. That you bring bhoga, you cook bhoga, and you offer. And like that, this festival went on for 2 years. 2 years, all the villagers from all the neighboring villages would come and they would witness this Abhishek and they would witness the bhoga offering and then they would honor Prasad. And there would be Prasad for everybody. Prabhupada says festivals are mothers of devotion. Now, Akshaya Tritiya is coming next week. Then Sita Navami is coming. And after around Ekadashi, we have this flower celebration. Then Narsimha Chaturdashi is coming. And the day after Narsimha Chaturdashi, again there's a festival. Radha Rama appearing, Madhavendra appearing, pictures, stars. And then after a few days, Purushottam Mass starts. Like so much to look forward to spiritually. Even if the world goes down the drain from a war perspective, so much to look forward to. Like this, Kaviraj Goswami describes. हेनामते अन्नकूट करीला साजन पुरी गोसाई गोपाल रे कैला समर्पण. This way, the Annakut ceremony was performed and Madhavendra Puri Goswami personally offered everything to Gopal. The wonderful festival and installation of Sri Gopalji was arranged in 1 day. Certainly, all this was accomplished by the potency of Gopal. No one but a devotee can understand. And then he speaks a very, very nice verse. Everyone who likes Vrindavan, nice verse. Repeat. रजवासी लोके रे कृष्ण सहज पीरिति गोपालेर सहज प्रीति व्रजवासी प्रीति. The ideal place to execute Krishna consciousness is Brajabhumi or Vrindavan, where the people are naturally inclined to love Krishna and Krishna is naturally inclined to love them. The people of Vrindavan naturally like to love Krishna and Krishna also naturally likes to love them. It's sweet verse. Srila Prabhupada has made every temple into Vrindavan for us. So just by performing devotional service in the mood of the residents of Vrindavan, we can make ourselves dear to Krishna. Pastime goes on that again, now dream number two. In this dream, Madhavendra Puri saw Gopal and said, who said, my body temperature has still not decreased. इतना 2 साल अभिषेक हो गया फिर भी मेरा body temperature decrease नहीं हुआ for 2 years. This dream came after 2 years. Please bring sandalwood from the Malay province and smear the pulp over my body. Bring sandalwood pulp from Jagannath. Kindly go quickly. Since no one else can do it, you must. Please go. Now from Govardhan to Jagannath Puri, how many 700 years back? How to go? No railways. British had still not come and plundered us and ruined us and then given us railways. The only good thing the British did give us railways. We had to walk. There's no option but to walk. चंदन लेके वापस आना है चल के and the Lord is telling him और कोई नहीं तो तुम ही करो. Sometimes we tell devotees also like that. इसका कोई नहीं करेगा यार आप ही करो. So Madhavendra Puri immediately got up. He gave two brahmanas from Bengal. He gave them charge of continuing the standard of worship. On the way, he went to Shantipur. He met Advaita Acharya. He initiated Advaita Acharya. So Advaita Acharya is also a disciple of Madhavendra Puri. Walking, all the time chanting the names of the Lord, all the time in ecstasy of thinking and remembering of the Lord. He reached a place called Yamuna is in Balasore, relatively close to Jagannath. Where now we read Pastime. Madhavendra Puri knew when he saw the standard of worship in Remuna of of Gopinath. That time the name was not Kircho, yes, Gopinath. Madhavendra Puri was very impressed. Like in our temple here in Juhu, very opulent standard of worship there. Everything is very pakka. So he inquired from a priest. This is what this is what a devotee does. When you see that another devotee is doing something very nice, we don't feel envious. We feel, hey, tell me what you are doing, I will also do. See someone else is chanting very nicely. Someone is regularly able to read. मैं भी सुन रहा हूँ 8 साल से पढ़ो 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 नहीं हो रहा आप कर रहे हो कैसे कर रहे हो sarcasm can be used in Krishna service and someone is known to cook very well for people will ask मुझे भी share करो help someone no matter how tired they are they will always be there in front for performance of physical movements service share with me how you're doing. So Madhavendra Puri was talking to the pujari. What is the most famous thing you offer here? Like here in Juhu, the most you know what is the most famous bhog that they offer here to Radha Rasbihari? They offer a sweet samosa. Sweet samosa. The samosa is glazed in sugar syrup. You can it's sweet samosa if you eat in moderation. If you regularly eat, it's called a heart attack. Glazed with sugar and inside what is there? Mawa, pure mawa and dry fruits and coconut fried in sugar syrup, and then that whole thing is fried in sugar syrup, and then glazed with sugar. That's a sweet samosa. Radha Rasgiri can digest every day, multiple. So this is the most famous thing that is offered here. Similarly, in Vrindavan, Radha Shyam Sundar, the most famous thing is offered are these cakes. Cakes, famous. In our chopati, the most famous thing that is offered is Son Papri to Radha Gopinath. Like that, we are still figuring out when you and me. So he inquired, and the pujari told him, "यहाँ पे नहीं, संध्याय भोग लागे क्षीर अमृत केली नाम द्वादश अमृत मृत पात्रे भरी अमृत समान." The Brahmin priest said in the evening the deity is offered sweet rice in 12 earthen pots because the taste is as good as nectar, Amrit. It is named Amrita Keli. Now also if you go to Remuna, they offer this and they give it out as prasad. गोपीनाथेर क्षीर बलि प्रसिद्ध नाम यार पृथ्वी ते आचे भोग कहाँ नहीं यार. This sweet rice is celebrated throughout the world as Gopinath. It is not offered anywhere else in the world. What did you think? थोड़ा दो मुझे खाना है. Give me, I want to enjoy. Like now probably at least I तो even now if someone gives me that sweet samosa I will happily take it and happily eat. And if I'm alone I'll be happy also. No one to share it with. So he's not thinking like that. He's thinking he will also offer this to Gopalji. Why Gopalji should not get Gopinath is getting it. World famous kheer. हम भी offer करेंगे. Like pujaris from all over ISKCON come here to learn that sweet samosa. कैसे बनाएंगे so that they can also offer. Then so then this happened. And at that time Madhavendra Puri desired and when he desired he saw वो किसी को भी offer हो रहा है. He thought oh I am an offender because I have desired to taste this kheer while the kheer is being offered. Like when you make something, you don't salivate over it. You first offer it to the Lord, then you will enjoy it. But he thought like that and he thought I'm an offender. Was he an offender? Why did he want to taste? But this is the humility of a devotee. How could I even think of it? How could I even think of tasting it before the Lord? We will think, "मुझसे कौन सी बड़ी बात है?" Yeah, even if I'm not wanting it to make and I'm just wanting it for myself, that's why they always cover the plates. You're somewhere up and you see पराठा ऊपर हो रहा है. 12:30 बजे पहुंच जाऊंगा उधर मजा आएगा खाने में थोड़ा पनीर सब्जी पराठा साइड में रख के. So thought, oh, I'm an offender. He immediately walked out. He left Remuna. He went to the next village. And now dream number 3. The Pujari, his dream, Gopinath came. उतः पुजारी कर द्वार विमोचन शीर एक राखियाचे सन्यासी कारण. Oh, please get up and open the door of the temple. I have kept one pot of sweet rice for the sannyasi Madhavendra. The dream the Pujari is telling you. धार अंचले धाखा एक शीर हया तुम्हारा ना जानी लता हमारा माया. This pot of sweet rice is just behind the cloth, my cloth. You did not see it because of my trick. Lord करेंगे मैंने ट्रिक करके वो हटा दिया and that's why you didn't come to know. So you offered the bhog, you thought all the bhog is back and you left. But go now. He went, he got up, he took a bath, he ran there and he saw. Now when he saw this, what did he conclude about Madhavendra Puri? Just say some great personality. Otherwise the Lord will मुझे चाहिए भी तो जब तक मैं पहुंचता हूँ वहां पे खत्म हो जाता है. And यहाँ पे the Lord has stolen for him and come in my dream and told me go and find him. Shiralaha e yara naam Madhava Puri. Toma lagi Gopinath Shira Kaila Churi. He went running out with that pot, and no one is there, no one is there. We went to the next inn and shouted loudly. That, holding the pot of sweet rice, the priest called, "Will he whose name is Madhavendra Puri please come and take this pot? Gopinath has stolen this pot of sweet rice from you." If we didn't earlier, now though definitely we'll go on Instagram. Do you know what happened? क्षीरलना सुखे तुम्ही करह भक्षणे Tomasama Bhagyavana Nahi Tribhuvane. Please continue. Would the sannyasi whose name is Madhavendra Puri please come and take this pot of sweet rice and enjoy the prasadam with great happiness? You are the most fortunate person in the world. You, the Lord, has told. इतसुनी पुरी गोसाए परिचय दिला शिर दिया पुजारी तांड्रे दंडवत हैला. Hearing this invitation, Madhavendra Puri came out and identified himself. The priest then delivered the pot of sweet rice and offered his obeisances for his passion. Shirera Vrittantra Tandre Kahila Pujari Shuni Prema Vista Haida Shri Madhava Puri. When the story about the pot of sweet rice was explained to him in detail, Madhavendra Puri at once became absorbed in its very good ऐसे ऐसे हुआ मेरा ये हुआ मैं गया इसमें हुआ Madhavendra Puri my God is so merciful. I did an offense by wanting to taste and he's making sure I get it. Just because the desire was there. This is ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tateva bhajami. As you surrender unto me, I respect. This is true for everyone. Each and every one of us, the Lord is wanting to reciprocate at this level. We have to do our part. In his humility, Madhavendra Puri, when he took the kheer, he tasted it, he went into ecstasy. He had the whole kheer, he broke the pot into multiple pieces, kept that in his potli, and every day he eat a small piece of that pot because Gopinath has touched the whole thing. But in his humility, what did he do? He left that place immediately. Why? Because he knew tomorrow when everyone comes to know the story, they will all come and want to worship me. They will want to glorify me. They will want to garland me. They will want to give me dakshina. They will want to wash my feet. They will want me to become their guru. And all this will happen with that. I wanted to do seva of the Lord. The Lord has been very kind to me. And I don't want anyone to do. He ran from that village towards Jagannath. This is the mood of a devotee, your devotee. Don't want any recognition for it. I don't know about you, but whenever something even little remotely good happens, I look. Why aren't people talking about it? I'll only circulate it. I was only behind it actually. But we look forward to people praising us, people glorifying us, people loving to finally you understood my real nature. Till now you thought, man, just like you. Now you understood. That's so great. Ishwaroham, Ham Bhogi, Siddhosmi, Balavan Sukhi. Srila Prabhupada writes in this verse that although Madhavendra Puri did not want glory, the Lord wanted his glory to be known to everyone. So even though Madhavendra Puri reached later, his glory reached Jagannath Puri before him. So when he reached Jagannath Puri, everyone was like, "How will this?" Then he figured out that everyone knows what all the government officials, the king, everyone is, giving him royal treatment. They're telling him, you want Chandan? Don't worry, we'll get you the best. The government officials are saying, we will give you all government clearance so that you can go very peacefully to Govardhan without any problem. The king said, I will give you hot carriages, I will give you bullocks, I will give you my best men. They will carry all this Chandan. You sit here and just do bhajan. Give us your association. Don't worry about all this. And then we will only arrange for you to go back to Govardhan very comfortably. You stay with us for some time and give us your. This is what devotees do. When They want to serve the sadhus. Why? Because they want to get their association. We want to do service for devotees so that we can make their life easier, so that they can give us their association. Prabhupada disciples, they wanted to take Prabhupada's headache so that Prabhupada could preach, Prabhupada could write. That's what they all did. Madhavendra Puri got all this Chandan, and while he was going back, dream number 4. Time Gopalji came into his dream and said, "I'm so pleased with you. I'm so pleased with your devotion. I gave you obstacle after obstacle. I challenged you. Extract करो वहाँ से जितना worship दो इतना अपने standard you maintain such a glorious standard and I told you go there and you just went and then you wanted to do this and then this happened and this. You have satisfied me. Now you don't have to do any more austerity. Like Srila Prabhupada, heart attack, so many things. And finally 1 year of extreme struggle in America. Then unimaginable over the next 12 years. So he told him that you offer this entire and I will accept it. It is as good as you giving it to me. So that Chandan was offered to Gopinath and Madhavendra Puri went back and then from that point onwards, this tradition was there in Vaishnava culture, in the Vaishnava Sampradaya, that these 21 days, Chandan is offered. That's how Chandan Yatra. This chapter ends, some verses, repeat. प्रगाध प्रेमेर से स्वभाव आचार निज दुख विघ्ना धीर ना करे विचार. In relation to Madhavendra Puri, Kaviraj Goswami says, this is the natural result of intense love of God. The devotee does not consider personal inconvenience or impediment. In all circumstances, he wants to serve the Supreme Personality. This is the result of intense love. The best example of this is Srila Prabhupada. Think of an example that is Prabhupada in our time of someone who took hardship after hardship after hardship just to glorify the Lord. All our acharyas are disciples of Prabhupada. But compared to that, hardly any hardship we have. So we should take our spiritual life very, very seriously. The Lord has given us so much. We should at least take our sadhana very seriously. And good quality food. Eat every day. Eat Prabhupada every day. Donate regularly. These are things which are not very difficult to do. Associate with devotees. Support that. Work with people. And go deeper and deeper. More and more service. Better sadhana. Consistency with the Lord is there to rescue. हे भक्ति भक्त प्रिय कृष्ण व्यवहार जीते हो हम सबार नाही अधिकार. Since behavior exhibited in loving service between the devotee and the devotee is the main object, Krishna is transcendental. It is not possible for a common man to understand. Common men do not need it. Sripad Madhavendra Puri Prabhupada ki, Shri Gopal ji ki, Shri Chandan Yatra Maha Mahotsav ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Gaur Premanande. Any questions? Any comments? Okay. So, day after tomorrow is Akshaya Tritiya. We have Chandan Yatra Darshan in all ISKCON temples. So, wherever you are in Mumbai city, find out the nearest ISKCON temple and go there. Khargar will have Chandan Darshan, Chopati will have, Mira Road will have, Mandi will have, Mandi will have, usually 4:30, 5 p.m. And if you really want to be enterprising, be at a temple at 4:30 and then plan your route, go to the other one and go to the other one and take 3/4 Chandan Yatra darshan between that time of 4:30 to 9. I plan to do at least two. I will be in Bhiwandi and then I plan to come here. So do that. These are this is recreation for a devotee. On these days, go and see the deities. Show yourself to the deity and take darshan. Then 25th next Saturday is Sita Navami, fasting till noon, and there'll be Abhishek of Mother Sita and Lord Ram in our temple here at around 11 o'clock. So please come. And then there'll be Prasad, fasting till noon. And then the Ekadashi after that, which is Monday 27th, we will have flower dress and full Chandan Darshan at Bhiwandi. All of you are invited to come. 30th is Narsimha Chaturdashi, the appearance of Lord Narsimhadev, Narsimha Bhagwan ki. So it is fasting till thanks to Lord Brahma. Thanks to Lord Brahma's boon, we have to fast till dusk. Hiranyakashipu covered his, he covered his tracks. God is more important. There will be Narsimha Katha here in the morning, and then there will be Abhishek of Lord Narsimhadev here also, and also in Bhiwandi. Like last year we had done a very big festival plan in Bhiwandi also. So you're welcome to come either here or there. Someday you'll get better prasad. So that is on 30th. A lot of festivals to look forward to in the next 10 days. Today's prasad